Hey everybody, thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I wanted to try something, and basically, what the story I want to bring you today is regarding the Sicilian Mafia or mob, warning ISIS to stay out of New York as tensions rise and threats become a little bit more realized. And I've seen this in several sources, and I'll list them later. And basically, what this is coming from the organized crime inside of New York. Mafia's warned ISIS to stay out of New York. One of my sources, not that great, Warrior Zen. Another one actually came from Anonymous. And there was another one, but I believe that one wasn't the best for my resources. And really, this is all about Giovanni Gambino and the Gambino mobster organization expressed their view, basically downplaying the FBI and Homeland Security, and basically said they will not be able to stop ISIS militants from attacking American citizens inside the country. Now, this is his idea, not mine. But Giovanni Gambino, of spokesperson supposedly of the Sicilian Mafia of New York City, has announced that it is capable or more capable than the security establishments of the United States to protect the citizens from surprise attacks from the Islamic State following the Paris attacks by the militants. And basically, Giovanni said the mafia wants to engage ISIS militants, or IS or others, in order to do their bit to protect communities, adding that the mafia's knowledge of individual movements and interactions with locals gives it upper hand even compared to the latest surveillance technologies. This one here basically says the same thing. Son of New York's infamous mafia boss. This one lists him as John Gambino, and it's actually Giovanni. So maybe there's two Gambinos, I don't know. But basically, it says that his city needn't worry about IS being a threat to security because the mob will take care of the city. And then basically it said that NBC News interviewed Giovanni Gambino, who said the New York's mafia presence as well organized crime in general may help prevent the spread of global terrorism. So basically this is the situation here, folks. You know, do we use our guys to go after these people, or do we basically, empower more government to take away more rights and do this? Well, it's a coin toss. We know how the roaring 10s and 20s were under mafia control. I can't say that my family was disassociated with the mafia at the time because my grandfather, not my grandfather, I think it would be my great-great-grandfather. I've told this story, must be a dozen times on these videos. But because it was my father's grandfather, it would be my great-great-grandfather, I believe. Actually got shanghaied into service by Al Capone. He was working, the story goes, as basically an accountant at a shoe store, something like that, doing his internship for his CPA or his accounting certification, something like that. The original story that I heard was that basically he had my great-great-grandfather had actually come in during a day when the regular accountant was supposed to be doing the bookwork. My great-great-grandfather was doing the bookwork. Capone's men came in, and I don't know if this was in Detroit or if it was actually in Chicago at the time, and basically said, "Hey, you boy, where's the bookkeeper?" "Well, I'm sorry, sir, the bookkeeper's out." "Well, we need him to do some book work. Where is he? When can we expect him back? From what I understand, they were pretty pleasant with the concept that he was not around. And then basically, he didn't know who they were, this or that. I don't believe that for a second, but this is the story around the family. And basically, he ended up being a bookie for Capone. I believe it was something along the lines of, well, you're here, can you do this for us? And if not XYZ, that's what I've heard. But in the end, who really knows about any of this? I don't. So this is really about one thing versus another. And what it really is about is understanding that the Sicilian, the Russian, the Korean, the Chinese mafia groups, even the Japanese Yakuzas in Japan are pretty much corporate at this point. They have buildings that say Yakuza on them, from what I've understood. And basically, as this is right now, these guys want to help out. We got all these patriot groups and stuff set up, but they're not doing jack shit. I mean, as far as I know, do we let our badasses go after their badasses? Well, personally, what I would do is, if I was the mayor of New York, what I would do is I would say, okay, you guys want to do this? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put together a team that goes overseas in Syria and Iraq, and I'm going to say, you guys go fight them over there. And send them to the Peshmerga to train them and stuff. That way, they have 100, 200 guys that can come back here and fight them here. When they come back here, give them a law enforcement course. And give them, minor law enforcement capability here on U.S. soil. That's what I would do. You guys want to do it? Fine. This is the way we're going to do it. Not a bad idea. Also, they don't really need the experience from what I understand. Especially Gambino. Holy crap. I mean, if you look at his portfolio still right now, there isn't a sector the Gambino family still doesn't own in New York. Restaurants, gambling halls, bars. I mean, obviously I'm just listing basic stuff, but I'm not going to go into the major stuff with you guys, but it's something that if I was mayor, I would allow. I would just get like 200-300 people, put them together, and just say, here are the rules. Obviously, organized crime, rules, but you get the idea. And kind of try to see if something would work out. What's your take? Thank you, guys.